Welcome to our channel. When you are broke, people ignore you. When you are successful, the same people call you their best friend. Remember this truth: no one is truly your friend until you become successful. No one tells you this harsh truth clearly in life. But this is how people behave in real situations. When you are struggling and facing hard times, very few people truly stay beside you consistently. Some people slowly stop replying to your messages, and some people quietly distance themselves without any explanation. You may feel confused, hurt, and emotionally weak, and you may start questioning yourself and your value. But the truth is not about your worth, it is about how people react to struggle. When you are failing or losing in life, most people lose interest in your journey quickly. They prefer easy success stories and happy moments, and they avoid painful struggles and slow progress stories. But when you start winning and improving, everything suddenly changes around you very fast. The same people start noticing you again, and the same people start coming back again. They act like they always supported your journey, but deep inside, reality feels completely different. This is a painful but real-life truth that most people follow success, not struggle phases. When you understand this reality deeply, you stop depending too much on others and start focusing more on your own growth. You become emotionally stronger and mentally independent, and you stop expecting loyalty during your struggle time. Instead, you build your life with self-discipline and patience. This understanding changes your mindset completely over time and makes you stronger, calmer, and more focused. I started my journey with a very simple and ordinary life, but my dreams were very big. I always believed that I could change my future and achieve something meaningful, even when my current situation was not special or different from others. I had strong goals in my heart, but I did not have strong support from people around me. Most people did not understand what I wanted to do in life, and some of them did not take my dreams seriously. I shared my ideas with confidence, but instead of encouragement, I often received doubt or silence. Slowly, I realized that not everyone will believe in your vision, especially when you have no results to show. Even people close to me started ignoring my thoughts and treating my dreams like something impossible. This made me feel alone many times, but it also made me stronger inside. I understood that every big journey starts with a phase where you feel unnoticed and unsupported. Struggle is not a sign of failure, it is a natural part of growth in life. Every time you go through pain, it slowly builds your inner strength and makes you more mentally strong. Pain teaches you patience, discipline, and emotional control, which you cannot learn in easy times. Failure is not something to fear, because every failure carries an important lesson inside it. When you fail, you understand what went wrong, and that understanding helps you improve in the future. Without failure, there is no real learning or progress in life. Hard times may feel uncomfortable and painful, but they are necessary for building a strong personality. If life was always easy, you would never grow or become stronger. Struggles shape your mindset and prepare you for bigger challenges ahead. So instead of avoiding difficulties, you should accept them as part of your journey and trust that every hard moment is helping you grow silently. Struggle is not something negative in life, it is actually a very important part of personal growth. Every time you go through pain, it slowly builds your inner strength and makes you mentally tougher than before. Pain teaches you patience, discipline, and emotional control, which cannot be learned in easy and comfortable situations. Failure is also not the end of your journey, because every failure carries a hidden lesson that helps you improve in the future. When you fail, you understand your mistakes clearly, and this understanding becomes the foundation of success later in life. Without failure, there is no real learning, and without learning, there is no progress. Hard times may feel uncomfortable, stressful, and even painful, but they are necessary to shape your character and mindset. If life was always easy, you would never develop strength or resilience. Struggles prepare you for bigger challenges and help you grow step by step. So instead of running away from difficulties, you should accept them as a natural part of your journey and trust that every painful moment is helping you become a stronger and better version of yourself. The loneliness phase of my life was one of the most painful experiences I ever went through, when I felt like nobody was truly there for me. I had no real support from friends, and slowly the people I once trusted became distant and less involved in my life. Even conversations that used to feel normal started disappearing, and I was left with silence more than connection. At the same time, I also felt pressure and doubt from my family, as they could not fully understand my journey or the dreams I was trying to achieve. Their questions and concerns made me feel even more confused and emotionally heavy inside. There were moments when I experienced emotional breakdowns, where everything felt overwhelming and I questioned my decisions and my future. Loneliness is not always a negative experience in life, because it can become a powerful teacher of mental strength. When you go through lonely phases, you slowly learn how to depend on yourself instead of relying on others for emotional support or motivation. This self-dependence makes you more confident in your own decisions and abilities. Over time, you begin to grow internally strong because you stop looking outside for validation and start building your own inner stability. You understand your emotions better and learn how to stay calm even when life feels difficult. Loneliness also teaches you discipline because when there is no one around to push you, you learn how to push yourself forward. You start building habits on your own even when you don't feel motivated. This process may feel uncomfortable at first, but it slowly transforms your mindset and personality. In the end, loneliness shapes you into a stronger, more focused, and emotionally independent person who can handle life challenges with maturity and confidence. There came a point in my journey when I stopped explaining my life and my goals to other people. I realized that talking too much about my plans only created unnecessary opinions, doubts, and pressure. Some people did not understand my vision, while others discouraged me before I had even started. So I made a quiet decision to keep my dreams private and let my actions speak for me. I no longer shared every goal or every idea with others. Instead, I focused on silent growth and steady improvement. Each day, I followed a simple routine of hard work and self-discipline. I worked on my skills, improved my mindset, and kept moving forward without seeking attention or approval. The progress was slow, but it was real and meaningful. This silent work phase changed my life because it taught me that success does not need constant explanation. When you stay focused and consistent, your results eventually tell your story better than words ever can. Silence creates success because real progress happens through action, not through constant talking. Many people spend too much time explaining their plans and seeking approval, but true growth begins when you stop talking and start doing the work. When you keep your goals private, you protect your energy and reduce unnecessary pressure from others. This allows you to focus completely on what truly matters. Focus is far more powerful than attention because attention may feel good for a moment, but focus produces real results over time. When your mind is concentrated on daily improvement, even small efforts begin to create meaningful progress. Quiet work may not look exciting to others, but it builds skills, discipline, and confidence silently. Day after day, your actions start shaping a stronger future. After many months of struggle and silent hard work, I finally began to notice the first signs of progress in my life. The changes were small at first, but they were real and meaningful. I started improving little by little, and even though the results were not dramatic, they gave me hope and motivation to keep going. My confidence slowly increased because I could see that my efforts were not wasted. Each small success made me believe in myself a little more. Tasks that once felt difficult started becoming easier, and my mindset became stronger and more positive. I felt more focused, more disciplined, and more emotionally stable than before. These small improvements began to create bigger changes in my life. My daily routine became more productive, my thoughts became clearer, and my goals felt more achievable. Small progress is still real progress, even when the changes seem too small to notice at first. Many people become discouraged because they expect immediate results, but true growth happens gradually through consistent effort. Every small win matters because it shows that you are moving in the right direction. Learning one new skill, improving one habit, or taking one step forward is enough to build momentum. When you recognize and appreciate these small victories, you stay motivated and continue working toward your goals. Consistency is what turns these tiny improvements into meaningful success over time. By showing up every day and doing your best, results that take time to build are usually more stable and more valuable. If you remain patient and committed, the small progress you make today will eventually lead to the life you once imagined. As my life slowly began to improve, I noticed that people started changing their behavior toward me. The same people who once ignored my messages and showed little interest in my journey suddenly began to return. They started asking how I was doing and acted as if they had always cared about my progress. Some of this attention felt sincere, but much of it seemed different from before. I could sense that their interest was connected to my visible success rather than the struggles I had faced in silence. This was the moment when I understood that respect often changes when results become visible. People tend to notice you more when they see progress, confidence, and achievement. It was a valuable lesson because it taught me not to depend too much on outside approval. True growth comes from believing in yourself, even when no one is watching. And when success arrives, it reveals who genuinely supported you and who only appeared when your hard work began to show. Success has a powerful way of changing the people around you and revealing how society often responds to visible results. During your struggle, many people may ignore your hard work because they cannot yet see the outcome. They do not witness the sleepless nights, the self-doubt, or the quiet discipline that builds success step by step. But once your progress becomes visible, their attitude often changes quickly. People start noticing your achievements, speaking to you with more respect, and showing interest in your journey. This happens because many people are naturally drawn to results rather than the difficult process behind them. It is a common reality of society that success attracts attention while struggle is often overlooked. Understanding this truth helps you become emotionally stronger and less dependent on outside validation. You learn to work for your own growth rather than for other people's approval. In the end, success not only changes your life. That was when I entered the discipline phase and began building a strong daily routine. I created simple habits that I could follow consistently, regardless of how I felt. I woke up with purpose, worked on my goals every day, and focused on steady improvement. Some days I felt energized and confident, but many days I felt tired and uninspired. Even on those difficult days, I continued working because discipline had become stronger than my emotions. I no longer waited to feel motivated before taking action. Instead, I treated progress like a responsibility and showed up every day. Over time, these small habits transformed my mindset and strengthened my character. This phase taught me that real success is built through consistent action. Motivation feels strong at the beginning, but it does not stay forever. Some days you feel excited and ready to work, but other days you feel tired and do not want to do anything. If you depend only on motivation, you will stop whenever your mood changes. Discipline is different. Discipline means doing your work every day, even when you do not feel like it. It becomes a strong habit that stays with you for a long time. When you are disciplined, you do not wait for the perfect mood. You simply do what needs to be done. This is why discipline is more powerful than motivation. Motivation comes and goes, but discipline remains. Successful people understand this clearly. They keep working on their goals every day, even when they feel tired or discouraged. Their success does not come from temporary excitement. It comes from daily action and strong habits. During the consistency phase, I began to see how small daily efforts could slowly change my life. I did not notice big results overnight, but I improved a little every single day. Some days the progress was very small, but it was still progress. I kept following my routine and working on my goals without stopping. As the days passed, my confidence started increasing gradually. I felt stronger, more focused, and more certain about my future. The things that once seemed difficult became easier with regular practice. My habits improved, my mindset became calmer, and I started trusting myself more. This was the beginning of real transformation. My life did not change suddenly, but it changed steadily because I stayed consistent. This phase taught me that success is not created by one big action. It is created by small actions repeated every day. When you remain consistent, growth becomes unavoidable and your life begins to transform in ways you never imagined. Consistency means doing small actions every day without stopping. Even if the work is small, it still matters because it builds your future slowly. When you repeat good habits daily, the results are not easy to see, but over time they become clear. Big success does not happen in one day. It comes from small efforts done again and again. If you keep working every day, your progress will grow slowly but strongly. Never stop learning because learning helps you improve your skills and knowledge. Every new thing you learn makes you better than before. Even small learning can make a big difference in the future. People who stay consistent always achieve more than people who stop and start again. So keep going, stay patient, and trust your daily effort. Inner transformation means you slowly become a new person from inside. Your old self starts to disappear as you change your habits and thinking. The way you used to react to problems also begins to change. A new mindset develops when you start thinking in a better and more positive way. You begin to understand life more clearly and make better decisions. Your thoughts become stronger, calmer, and more focused on growth. Things that once made you weak do not affect you the same way anymore. You start handling problems with patience instead of fear. This transformation does not happen in one day. It happens slowly through consistent effort and learning. Inner growth means changing yourself from inside before anything changes outside. First, your mindset starts to change. You begin to think in a better and more positive way. You understand your mistakes and try to improve every day. When your thinking becomes strong, your actions also become better. After that, external success slowly starts to follow. You start seeing results in your studies, work, or personal life. But this success comes because you changed inside first. Self-growth is the most important key in life. When you focus on improving yourself, everything else becomes easier. You become more confident, more focused, and more disciplined. Without inner growth, outer success cannot stay for long. But when you grow from inside, success becomes natural and long-lasting. So always work on your mindset first, because real change always starts from within. The things that once made me nervous or scared no longer had the same power over me. I began to feel calmer and more in control of my thoughts. At the same time, my life direction started becoming clear. I understood what I wanted to do and where I wanted to go. My goals no longer felt confusing or far away. Everything started making more sense step by step. This phase did not come suddenly, but it came after consistent effort and inner growth. Self-belief is the most important power in life. When you believe in yourself, you start moving forward even when things are difficult. You stop waiting for others to approve your dreams. You trust your own ability to grow and improve step by step. Many people may give negative opinions about your journey. They may say you cannot succeed or you are wasting time. But you must learn to ignore these negative voices. These opinions should not control your thoughts or your actions. Everyone has different paths in life, and not everyone will understand your goals. That is why trusting your journey is very important. Even if progress is slow, you must keep believing. The success phase is when life finally starts to change after a long journey of struggle and patience. After consistent hard work, results slowly begin to appear in real life. The efforts that once felt invisible now start showing clear outcomes. At the same time, life becomes more stable and balanced. The confusion and uncertainty of the past start to fade away, and you feel more in control of your direction. This phase does not come suddenly, but it is the result of patience. Success is not something that happens quickly in life. It is a silent process that takes time to grow and develop. Many people expect instant results, but real success is built slowly through continuous effort and patience. It never happens overnight, even if it sometimes looks that way from the outside. Behind every successful person, there are years of hard work, failures, learning, and persistence that people do not usually see. This is why patience is the most important key in the journey of success. When you stay patient, you give yourself time to improve, learn from mistakes, and grow stronger every day. If you rush the process, you may lose focus and give up too early. But when you trust the timing of your journey, you continue working even when results are not visible. Over time, this silent effort begins to show real outcomes. In the end, success belongs to those who understand that growth is with patience and consistent action. The final life truth is that relationships in life are often connected to success and results. When you understand reality deeply, you realize that not everyone stays the same in every phase of your journey. During difficult times, some people may become distant or less involved in your life, while in successful times, the same people may return with interest and attention. This shows the truth about people and how human behavior often changes with situations. When you are struggling, very few people stay close because struggle is hard to understand and support. But when you start winning in life, everything changes quickly. People begin to notice you more, respect you more, and want to reconnect with you. In this section, we quickly review your English learning journey from this video. First, your listening skills improve because you hear slow, clear, and simple English sentences. This helps you understand natural spoken English more easily over time. Second, this video gives you speaking practice because you can repeat the sentences out loud while listening. This builds your confidence and helps you speak English more smoothly. Third, your vocabulary grows step by step because you learn new words in a story context. Learning words and sentences helps you remember them better than memorizing alone. Finally, to improve daily, you should listen to videos like this every day and repeat the sentences again and again. Practice speaking for a few minutes daily without fear. Consistency is the key to becoming fluent in English. This is your emotional reminder to never give up in life. No matter how slow your progress is, keep moving forward every single day. Even when life feels difficult, keep working silently without stopping or complaining. Your hard work may not show results immediately, but every effort is building your future step by step. Many people will not understand your journey, and that is okay. You do not need everyone's approval to continue your path. Trust your process even when things feel unclear or slow. Life always rewards patience, consistency, and silent effort at the right time. Keep believing in yourself even when no one else does. One day, your results will speak louder than your struggles, and everything you worked for will start to make sense. Stay strong, stay focused, and never stop learning or growing.